Marvel Rivals director thinks Concord flopped because it didn't bring any unique value. Michael, we cannot get away from Concord,
No.
can we?
No.
Tom Ivan over at VGC. Rivals game director Taddeus Sasser has suggested that Sony's Concord flopped because it didn't bring any unique value to players. Interesting little touch. Sony took Concord offline and pulled the game from sales within 2 weeks of its release this summer, citing a poor reception from players to the live service shooter, which was priced at $40. Sasser touched on the fate of the game, which also saw its developer Firewalk Studios closed by Sony. In an interview with VideoGamer, quote, "There's a switching cost," end quote. He said, quote, "I've already invested in Overwatch. I've got 15 skins for a particular character. I'm not going anywhere," end quote. The interview was re-recorded ahead of the launch of Marvel Rivals, a free-to-play hero shooter published by NetEase, which attracted 10 million players in 3 days following its release last week. Quote, "As a game developer, you're always worried until the audience has responded," end quote, Sasser said. Quote, "The truth is that I don't think anybody can accurately predict this or the game industry would be radically different today. There's a lot of games that come out that people are like, it's going to do well. Then it flops, or people come out and go, it's going to flop, and it succeeds amazingly. So I think it's really hard to tell ahead of time, and you're always worried about that," end quote. Sasser said he hoped that the popularity of Marvel IP would be enough to convince players who were already invested in competing games to try something new. Quote, "I think the trick is that you need to have that reason that people want to come and play your game, and I think Marvel Rivals does that exactly with the superhero. I don't think about you. I don't know about you, but when I heard the concept of the game, I was like, oh my god, I wanted to be Storm in a game," end quote. He also continued on, I want to go be Doctor Strange in a game. I want to be those heroes in the game. That sounds awesome. And of course, my mind immediately leapt to all the cool possibilities you could have with that. That's what I think will pull people in as well. If we've done our jobs, they'll love what they play as they'll want to play some more, end quote. Michael, you're still playing. I'm still playing. It's still early stages of the life cycle for Marvel Rivals. But dude, we touched on it right from the get-go. They have the Marvel IP, which is holding people and pulling people in.
Yeah, I think the Marvel IP is definitely going to draw people in, right? And if we talk about it, right, they have, just off the top of my head, there's like 5 to 7 characters from the, the big Marvel movies, including Deadpool as well, who you put that in, you're going to get people to come back, right? That's kind of their big draw. When Overwatch releases a character, there's no backstory, right? Kind of Overwatch has to make it up on the fly. Here, sure, you're going to have characters like Jeff the Landshark who are almost unknown, but you have a ton of big name characters you can pull from. Hey, we're going to release Deadpool at the start of Season 1, right? We're going to release this character at the start of Season 2.
Wolverine is there now, right?
Exactly. So they have a ton of massive IP to pull from. That, I think, helps them out. I wish you would have said the truth, right? Concord flopped because it cost $40, right? I would feel like if Marvel Rivals cost $40, we wouldn't have seen 10 million players in 3 days. Probably would have still seen quite a few. But the fact that it's free to play, the fact that they were like, this market is a free to play market has been very smart of them. But yeah, I'm curious to see where we go next, right? Because I've talked to a lot of buddies who are like, I don't like how competitive Overwatch is. I don't like how tactical it is. This game just feels like an arcade game, right? Everybody goes in, your ult's going to get you a kill, whether you're a tank, you're a DPS, or you're a support, right? It has that sort of arcadey, everybody can do damage feel, and I'm curious if they keep that, because I think if they try and go, we want to streamline, go competitive like Overwatch does, might fracture the community. So they still got a long way to go if they want to challenge Overwatch, but their release has been great, and as you said, a big time hero comes out, everybody's coming back.
Yeah, like you say, Concord's one of the main issues was the $40 price tag. The minute they said that there's a price on it, we all went, whoa. I understand where you're at and why you think it would be a good idea, because when you buy in, you're in, and that's all you have to worry about, and there's nothing left, right? You can just unlock everything as you go. That's the old mentality of where we're at these days. That's the problem. Talk about Marvel Rivals. It is free to play. right? You can go in, you buy skins, you buy the battle pass. Michael, have you spent any money on this game yet?
Not a cent yet, Drew. There's a couple of skins where I'm like, maybe, but I'm just also not a big skin guy in a game like this, right?
Yeah.
You have to be flexible with your heroes, right? If you buy a skin and you're like, okay, I got to show this off, and you're getting countered, you're kind of just hurting your team if you stick on. So no, not yet. A couple skins that I'm thinking about, Drew, but not yet.
Fair enough, right? But there are lots of other people who are buying those skins.
Mm-hmm.
Those 10 million players, dude, there's even if a fraction of those buy skins. That puts them in a great place to continue the game and to see where they can bring this. We will keep an eye on Marvel Rivals. I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon.